Hey, welcome to Repetitions. I'm Jack Locke, here with Daisy Mays, and today we're digging into one of the biggest wellness trends hitting Gen Z feeds right now. The idea that your everyday stress is spiking a hormone called cortisol, high enough to puff out your face and stack fat on your belly, and that a specific detox routine, drink, or supplement can reverse it. We're going to split the claim apart, run it against the actual studies, and tell you what holds up and what's pure gym bag theater. Puffy. Rough. Why are you doing this to me?
Because TikTok has a diagnosis for that face now. It's called cortisol face.
Oh no.
And the fix is low cortisol maxing. The idea is that everyday stress is spiking a hormone called cortisol high enough to bloat your face, wreck your skin, and stack fat on your belly. And if you detox it with the right routine, the right supplement, the right little drink, you get a leaner, clearer look.
A cortisol detox. Because cortisol is a toxin now.
Hold that thought. It's important later. But first, is this actually spreading? Or is this two people in a comment section?
No, this is enormous. It rides the whole looks maxing wave. Reported TikTok numbers on hashtag cortisol detox are near 800 million views. Looks maxing searches hit 1.9 million a day back in March.
And there's a meme fueling it. The low cortisol dance, this lethargic cartoon character shuffling around. It turned low cortisol equals calm and blessed, high cortisol equals frazzled, into pure brain rot shorthand. Individual edits pulled millions of views in a couple weeks.
So the vibe got locked in before anyone checked the biology.
Right. So let's check it. And I want to be fair, because there's a real thing buried in here. Let's split the claim in two. Part 1. Can lowering your everyday stress actually lower cortisol? Part 2. Does that give you the dramatic face transformation?
Start with part 1, because I think that's the strongest ground for the trend.
It is. There's a systematic review and meta-analysis in psychoneuroendocrinology. 46 randomized trials, over 3,500 people, looking at stress management interventions and cortisol. And they found an effect. A medium effect size, Hedges G of 0.282, with stress management outperforming control conditions.
Okay, so it works.
Sort of. Two catches. The confidence interval runs from minus 0.83 all the way to minus 0.07. That top end is nearly touching zero. Nearly touching no effect.
And the second catch?
The certainty rating. They graded it low. That's the official term, low certainty. It means more studies could genuinely move that number.
So the strongest evidence for the trend is a small effect, with a wobbly confidence interval, rated low certainty.
That's the best case for it, yeah. And I'll add the supporting stuff. There's a meta-analysis on forest bathing, Shinrin-yoku, basically walking in the woods, that found it significantly lowered salivary cortisol.
I mean, walking in a forest making you calmer. That checks out.
It does. So, verdict on part 1. Stress reduction can nudge cortisol down? That holds up. Modestly. Low certainty. But directionally real.
What about the supplements? Because that's where the money is. Ashwagandha's the big one on the cortisol shelf.
And ashwagandha is actually the one ingredient with replicated human trial data on cortisol. Standardized extract, roughly 300 to 600 milligrams a day over 1 to 3 months. And you see something like an 11 to 33% cortisol reduction.
Wait, that sounds like a real number.
It is a real number. Hold on to exactly which number that is, though, because it's a lab measurement of a hormone. There is one trial in PubMed where oral ashwagandha extract over 75 days improved some skin-related parameters. But the case that it delivers the trend's face transformation just isn't there. It moves the number. It hasn't been shown to move the mirror the way the trend promises.
What about the rest of the shelf? Magnesium, vitamin C, the cortisol blends?
Limited or indirect evidence at best for actually lowering cortisol.
And the cortisol cocktail? The orange juice, coconut water, pinch of salt thing everyone's shaking up in the gym car park?
Zero supporting studies. Zero.
It's a salty screwdriver, minus the vodka. It's gym bag theater.
It's sold against something called adrenal fatigue, which isn't even a recognized endocrine condition. So it's a drink for a disease that doesn't exist.
Okay, so part one. Stress management nudges cortisol, small and low certainty. Ashwagandha genuinely moves the number. The cocktail's nonsense. Now part two. The face.
The face. This is where it all collapses, because cortisol face is not a medical term. Multiple credentialed clinics say so flatly. UC Anschutz, Ohio State, Columbia.
So what's the actual thing they think people are seeing?
The real appearance the trend borrows from is called moon faces, round, swollen face, and it comes from sustained pathological hypercortisolism, Cushing's syndrome. That's either long-term high-dose steroid medication or a tumor.
A tumor. So the scary before and after photo is a rare disease.
How rare? Endogenous Cushing's runs about 1.8 to 3.2 cases per million people per year.
Per million.
Per million. So the algorithm is taking a 1 in a million disease and selling it to everyone with a phone and a puffy morning selfie.
There's an endocrinologist quoted on this, right?
Dr. Caroline Messer in Marie Claire. Her line is basically, high stress does not result in cortisol levels high enough to present with cortisol face. That's the whole ballgame.
This is the thing I keep coming back to on the gym floor. Nobody's face is puffy because of a stressful Tuesday. If a week of stress bloated your face, half the gym would look like the moon.
And that's the mechanistic error at the center of it. It's a dose leap. Everyday psychological stress raises cortisol transiently. That's normal. That's supposed to happen. But it does not sustain it at the level that changes facial tissue. The mechanism that makes those scary photos real is just absent in the person watching the video.
Which is why the ashwagandha number is a trap. Even if you drop cortisol 11 to 33%,
You're dropping a number that was in the normal range to begin with, to fix an appearance that cortisol wasn't causing.
and now the detox word. You told me to remember it.
Cortisol is not a toxin. It's an essential hormone on a circadian rhythm. It peaks in the early morning to wake you up and drive your metabolism, then falls through the day.
So the puffy morning face,
Is partly just morning. Cortisol is meant to be high then. You have been high cortisol every single day of your life before 9 a.m. You can't detox the thing that gets you out of bed.
so what's the honest steel man here? Because manage your stress isn't bad advice.
No, and I want to be straight about that. Chronic, clinically elevated cortisol is genuinely associated with worse skin barrier function, slower wound healing, more visceral fat, in patient populations. And the interventions the trend recommends are harmless and mostly free. Sleep, sunlight, exercise, less doom scrolling.
Which is exactly the stuff we already tell everyone.
Every episode.
Everything in this trend that works is stuff we already say. Sleep, get some sun, train, get off your phone. They just gave it a scary hormone name and a $40 price tag.
And that's the smuggled leap. Going from chronic pathological cortisol harms skin in patients to your normal range stress is why your face looks puffy, and this powder fixes it. The dose response for that just doesn't exist at everyday stress levels.
So where do we land? Give me the verdict.
It splits. Can reducing stress modestly lower cortisol? Holds up, but low certainty and small. Does lowering everyday cortisol slim your face and clear your skin the way the trend promises? Busted. Fully busted. There's no evidence for the transformation, and the appearance it's scaring you with is a rare disease.
And the cortisol cocktail specifically?
Busted. No studies. It's flavored water.
One more thing, because this is the part that actually matters. There's a version of the puffy face that is a red flag.
Yes, and I want to be careful. This is not medical advice. This is what the sources flag. A face that's genuinely, persistently puffy, together with central weight gain, purple stretch marks, easy bruising, muscle weakness, high blood pressure, that cluster is the actual pathological picture. That belongs with a clinician, not a comment section.
The real risk of the trend is that someone with that pattern buys ashwagandha instead of getting checked.
That's the genuinely dangerous outcome. Delaying evaluation because you decided a powder was the answer.
So if you're just remembering one thing off this episode,
The free habits are the part that works. The scary hormone name is the part that's marketing. Cortisol isn't a toxin, and a powder is not going to slim your face.
thanks so much for listening to Repetitions. I'm Jack Locke, alongside Daisy Mays. We'll be back soon with another trend worth actually investigating. See you then.
Grab news. Thomas.